it's your girl Licia and welcome back to my channel. So today I decided to do this bomb makeup tutorial, and guess what? Everything I use is from the drugstore. Okay, so today is a one brand makeup tutorial. Obviously you read from the title, featuring the stars of the show Black Radiance. What people don't know is when I first started doing makeup, like when I was in junior high, something like that, I used to use Black Radiance, and I used this same foundation and like a lot of the products that I use here, except for like the newer ones. So yeah, I'm really excited to do this. It's like nostalgia. But yeah, so I'm really excited about this. And yeah, if you really like this makeup tutorial, like I like this makeup tutorial, you know, cause it's lit, you gotta give it something. But yeah, if you want to hear more about these products and you want to see how I got this look, stay tuned and keep watching. First thing I'm doing is I'm starting off with my brows because I have a bare face. I'm using everything pretty much. The only thing that I did not find from Black Radiance was like a translucent powder, so I'm going to use my Airspun powder. But everything else, like I just didn't get a translucent powder, and they don't have lashes. Well, I didn't find any lashes, and I'm not sure if they don't have a translucent powder, but I didn't find one at Walmart. So yeah, so I'm going to start off with my brows first. And yeah, so I'm taking their brow perfecting pomade, and this comes like, it comes like this in this little thing. And I want to compare a little bit to, I'm not gonna like typically compare because it's obviously not the same thing as the Anastasia Dip Brow Pomade, which I've been using lately. So I want to read to you a little bit what it says. It says it's long wearing. It's ideal for oily skin. It's supposed to fill and shape and provides color and primes. So it looks like this. And I noticed that like this part right here pops off, and this is a brush right here, and this is what the brush little applicator looks like, if you can see it. Okay, it's not really angled or anything, but it's just like a flat brush, and personally I don't like these brushes like this because I feel like it's too flimsy. Well, it's not really flimsy, it's kind of sturdy, but I don't know. I'm gonna try it, but I don't think I'm gonna use it. So we're gonna see how that goes. And then you twist the rest of this part off, and it looks like this. This was like $5, I think. I'm putting everything in the description box, and I'm trying to put it on the screen too. But yeah, this was like $5, so we're gonna see. I don't really care for it. It's too small for me, so I'm just going to use my regular brush that I be using. If you want to check out an in-depth tutorial on how to do my brows, I have a video up, and I also have an updated video coming up using the Anastasia Dip Brow Pomade. And yeah, so if you're interested, click the eye in the corner. Okay, so I've done my brows. Now I'm going to conceal them. And so for the concealer I'm using is the Black Radiance concealer stick, and this is the 8001 concealer. I've used this before. What a lot of people don't know is that when I first started doing makeup, I used Black Radiance pretty much. I used their concealers and like their foundation. So that was the first foundation I ever tried. So yeah, I don't know how it's going to go though, because I haven't used this in a while. This is what the concealer looks like. So that's like mad bright. So I don't know about this. They don't have a lot of concealer options, to be honest. Okay, so I did my brows, and yeah, I really don't know how the concealer is gonna work. As of right now, it doesn't really look that bad. It's just more of like a peachy kind of concealer. That's what it looks like. But yeah, so I'm gonna see how that goes. Because as far as the brows, it's okay, but under my eyes, my like highlighter, I don't really know. So I'm kind of skeptical, but we're gonna see how that goes. But as of right now, I'm gonna move on to doing my makeup for my eyes, my eyeshadow, whatever. You know what I'm saying. So I'm about to use this Perfecting eyeshadow primer, and their this eyeshadow palette. This one is called Nude Attitude, and I like this one. They have like 3 others, I guess, but this one kind of stood out to me more because I think it was this one and another one that was there, but I think the one of them was out of stock. I don't know which one, and I don't remember which other one was there. So I just got this one. It runs for about $6 or $7 at Walmart, something like that, 6 or 7. But yeah, it kind of reminds me of the Wet n Wild eyeshadow palette, and yeah, so I like the combination. I like this color right here. It's really, really pretty, and like this shimmery color right here is really, really pretty. I don't know if you can tell, but it's like a peachy tone. But yeah, so I'm just gonna see what I do. You know how I do. So I'm just gonna prime my eyes, and we're gonna get to this eye look, okay? Okay, so once I prime my lips, I'm using this orange shade from that palette, and I'm putting it into my crease as my transition color a little bit. This also kind of going to be like the base color for the next shadow I'm going to put, and I'm just putting that on with a blending brush. This brush is by BH Cosmetics. I do not remember the number, but I will try to leave it in the description box below. Okay, and for the next color, I'm using this darker brown. In the pan, it looks really shimmery, but it's like a dark shimmery purple in the pan, but it's actually a brown color. And so yeah, I'm putting that into my corner and blending it out, mixing that shade and the first orange shade together, and just blending those back and forth consistently to make a pretty like kind of smoked out look. And I'm just using pattern motion with that brush. It's the angled brush I'm using now, and then I'm going back to my blending brush, and I just go back and forth between those 2 brushes and blend it out really, really smooth. I was kind of nervous because of how it was turning out, because of the contrast with how the pan looked, how the color of the shadow looked in the pan and how it comes off. So yeah, it kind of threw me off a little bit, but as you see, I figured it out. Okay, so now I'm going in with this really pretty shimmery gold shade in that palette, and I'm just putting it on my lid. And I really, really like this color, and it works well if you wet the brush first. It works well dry, but it looks so much better wet. So yeah, keep that in mind when you're using this color if you choose to purchase this palette. And now I'm just going back in with a angled blending brush and going in with my crease, trying to keep the color, and then going back on with that lid color. Just go back and forth so the smoky shadows don't get washed out, basically. So for liner, I'm going to take the Black Radiance Sparkling Liquid Eyeliner. I didn't realize this was a sparkling one, but it doesn't really look that much of a different like than a regular eyeliner to me. But we're gonna see how this goes. So I did my lashes and my liner. I'm gonna take this HD primer. This True Complexion HD primer. I had the other one, the black one. There you go. I had this one. I had this one. And I've used this one before, but I've never used this one. So we're gonna try it. And this is like a bigger size too. Like you can see the difference. This one, I don't know how many full ounces this is. Oh, this is 24 milliliters and this is 29.6 milliliters. So this is more, and I think they're like the same price, something like that. I don't know. No, this one is actually cheaper. So that explains it. So yeah. Hold on now. Let me shake this up because I'm scared. Okay. I'm very confused. Cause this says primer on the front, but it got the color Natural Nude and it comes out like this. So you see what I'm saying? So what I do? But okay, we're gonna roll with it. Maybe it's doing something, I don't know. I'm a little scared. It smells like a primer though. I feel like I should block this with my blending sponge. Okay. 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 Alright, no big deal. It has like a sticky, like, I don't know, it doesn't feel like silicone, but it just has a weird consistency, and like I don't like how it feels, so I'm gonna blot it. I wonder what made them be like, okay, we'll add color to our primer, cause that right there. That's new. Cause now your face look all ashy and stuff. Okay, so the foundation I'm using is this is the Color Perfect Liquid Makeup, and this is in the shade Rum Spice, and yeah, so this is what it looks like. And I like these because it has like a little spatula on here too, so yeah. That I'm gonna just use my Real Technique sponge and I'm just gonna blend all this in. So yep, it looks okay. A little dark. It looks dark. Ugh. I'm gonna add a little bit of this 330 foundation by Maybelline, the Fit Me kind. I'm just gonna add a little bit just to you know, even this out because it is a little dark. And if I would have went up a shade, it would have been too light, so well, it wouldn't have been right. So I'm just gonna add this. face feels sticky, like.
Okay, so my camera cut off between me starting to contour and concealing whatever, but yeah, I'm just using those two concealers that you see on the screen. The one that I use for my eyebrows and a darker concealer, but I've always used a darker concealer, and I'm just blending those in using a wet Real Techniques beauty sponge, and I can honestly say that they blended in really well, really nicely. And yeah, and I was kind of surprised how the highlighting concealer that I used turned out to be, because I was really skeptical about it since it was such a peachy color. It was like a peachy, I don't know, but yeah, I'm really impressed with it, and I will use it again, I promise. And now I'm just baking with my Airspun translucent powder, going back and forth between my beauty sponge and my BH Cosmetics tapered brush.
Okay, to set my contour, I'm gonna go in with the Rich Mahogany pressed powder. This is like the same color. This is like the same color as like the color in the medium to deep or medium to dark contour palette by them. I don't know where mine is actually right now, so yeah. Okay, and then now I'm gonna go in with the contour powder in the shade Warm Hazelnut. I'm just gonna dust this. Oh, it looks like this. Oh, it does have a mirror in here. It looks like this, but I'm just gonna dust this powder off after I set the rest of this. So yeah, I'm just gonna dust the rest of this powder off. Okay, so now I'm just gonna spray my face to get it a little bit less powdery looking. So okay, so now I'm just gonna go and apply my mascara. The mascara I'm using is the Lash Lengthening Mascara by Black Radiance. I was about to say BH. And actually I used to use this one too, and yeah, so let me see. The packaging looks different from last time, and the brush is different too. I don't know if I'm gonna like that, because the brush used to be really skinny, and I like that brush. Okay, so now I'm just gonna take this brown shade, the first brown shade that I used, this one right here, and I'm gonna put that on my bottom lash line. Okay, so now I'm gonna use this shade right here at the top, and I'm gonna highlight my brow bone and put that in my inner corner. Okay, and for a highlight, I'm going to use the shade that I put on my lid mixed with this shade right here. I'm going to put that as my highlight. Okay, so last but not least, I'm going to use this matte lip cream in the shade Very Naked for my lips. And yeah, and I think I'm going to line them first. Okay, so I'm going to line them with this Nicka K lip pencil in dark brown. I didn't really grab a pencil from them, so I don't even know if they have those. So they probably do, so. Okay, so that's the finished makeup look. I really hope you guys like this video. If you do like this video, make sure you give me a thumbs up. It turned out so much better than I thought it would. And yeah, so other than that, don't forget to follow me on social media, Twitter and Instagram and Snapchat. My Instagram and Snapchat are Licia with 2 A's.E, and then my Twitter is Licia with 2 A's and 2 underscores. And yeah, it's gonna be listed on the screen somewhere, right up in here somewhere. But yeah, other than that, why I got y'all's attention, make sure you check out my last couple videos, and then also you can click my face to subscribe and become a part of the lip fam, because it's lit, obviously. And yeah, so if you want to see anything else and other one brand makeup tutorials, let me know, and I'll be sure to try to bring those out to you. And other than that, yeah, bye y'all.